Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman, and I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. Finally getting myself back into the trailer reaction game, and it happens to be on a day where 2 trailers dropped. We got The Last of Us Season 2's first teaser. The imagery, the vibe, the tone, it's all there. It's what I would hope and expect for that show, coming from Mazin and Druckmann and HBO. And I'm just very excited, albeit also like mildly nervous, because it's a darker story than the first one, and it certainly goes to some emotional places. But everybody there looks up to the task. If you want to see my reaction, you can see it right up there. But now we turn our attention to arguably one of my favorite franchises in all of film right now. You can't get me to speak higher, specifically of an action franchise, than when it comes to John Wick. It's like one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Anytime I am anywhere and Wick pops on, any one of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, don't matter, I see Keanu in that suit doing some assassin things, and I get very excited. I'll watch it all the way to the end. Now, this movie will not be focused on John Wick, although rumor has it this is like John Wick 3.5 or 2.5. I can't remember where exactly in the timeline it falls. But that tells me like Keanu and John might be like a legit number 2 to our leading lady, Miss Ana de Armas, who I, of course, always get excited for it. And the idea of her taking on one of the ballerinas, where we saw the ballerinas doing ballerina things, I want to see the ballerinas doing assassin things, and the idea of de Armas doing that is super exciting. What are we talking about? Why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We are getting ready to take a look at the official trailer for From the World of John Wick, Ballerina, which we'll just call Ballerina. It's a very wordy title if you do all of it, but it is exciting to know that it's coming from that world. And like I said, rumor has it there could be a lot of Keanu in here, and you know, that kind of could make it even more intriguing in the sense that, like, inside the movie, you could have Keanu passing the torch in a way to someone else in the franchise, where, like, if you did a sequel, you could just focus on de Armas' character. But I do like the idea of Keanu being involved, and if that's the case, you know that this, you have a standard to meet, and I would expect it to do so. So let's not waste any more time and take a look at what it is doing. Let's get the trailer up for you. I got it in front of me. Let's take a look at the official trailer for From the World of John Wick, or what I'll just refer to it as, Ballerina.
Do you like your dogs? I know a school where they teach dogses.
Interesting. I wouldn't have necessarily expected Ian McShane to be involved in that way. Interesting. Here she is.
To stop the assassin, you must become the assassin.
Yes.
You will always be weaker. You will always be smaller. You want to win? Improvise. Adapt.
Let's go.
Cheat.
Yes.
Welcome to the continent.
Oh, I didn't realize Lance Reddick was going to be in this too.
What a pleasure to see you again.
2025.
You have no idea what you just walked into.
I get so excited when like you get to see new people starting to pop and explore the action realm, and de Armas is one.
They killed my father.
Let's go. Emotional tie, it's all we need in these. Give me a good reason to follow, and then I'm down for it all.
This isn't done until they're dead.
Dude. Dude, that's so. I don't think I've ever seen that.
You're him.
Fire hose and a flamethrower. Oh, is that J Dubs?
Called the Baba Yaga.
There he is.
How do I start doing what you do?
Yes. That's the piece I was waiting for.
Looks like you already have.
Oh, well, that line makes me go, maybe it's less of a, like, taking Ana under Keanu's wing, and maybe more of like a, nah, you already up to the task, come join me on maybe what that adventure is. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping, like, a lot of that teaser is just omitting Keanu and where he could be, because you want to make sure the audience is focused on the fact that this is Ana de Armas' story. And she looks fantastic, and the action looks up to par. Like, that was the thing that I think, and I haven't gotten through the Continental yet, but it's one of those, like, the minute you move away from the main franchise and you're not having Stahelski, Keanu, you just are not sure if it's gonna be at that level, because we know what we get from those two guys. But obviously Stahelski, at least I don't think he directed this, but he's clearly going to be involved in a production and producing standpoint. So you know he's involved. If Keanu is on camera, you know he's involved. And like I said, de Armas is somebody that, like, since Bond, since, you know, albeit not a very good movie in The Gray Man, like, one that had really solid action set pieces in it, and pieces that de Armas really knocked out of the ballpark. And I love, like I said, that you kind of leave Keanu for the end. Let us get all jacked at the end of the trailer and excited that Keanu's going to be in there. And let us focus on de Armas and getting to see what she's doing action-wise. Like, it's exactly what I would have expected from her. Like, knowing that she's going to make sure she's front and center on screen. You can see her face. Like, clearly she'll have stunt doubles, of course, but, like, you gotta love the fact that, like, when you're watching some of these action bits with her, like, it's you know, that's probably maybe a stunt double. Okay, maybe that was, like, the one time in the trailer where it might have been a stunt double, but, like, here, like, you can tell that's de Armas doing what she's doing. And I like that you are seeing that she's committed to doing the choreography, and that's one of the things that I love about people who work with Keanu, that rubs off on them. And the fact that she hasn't worked with Keanu but has been in some of this action, and in a world where this is becoming the bar, right, for action movies. Like, you want, if it's not gonna be your traditional, like, Mission Impossible stuff, and even in there we're getting good, that is such a cool shot. Even there, though, like, we're getting good action hand-to-hand choreography set pieces. Like, when you're coming for that specifically, and that's what's driving your action movie, like gunplay, hand-to-hand combat, like all that combat action, it's nice when you can see their face and they're the ones doing it. And here it just looks like it's up to snuff with what I think de Armas can do, maybe pushing her a little bit further. And I'm just excited. Like I said, you see people respond when they work with people like Cruise or Reeves, and to see her already dipping her toe into that world and then working with Keanu is, I think, really, really awesome. The other things in here that really do make it feel like a John Wick movie, wasn't expecting Ian McShane to pop up unless they went to the Continental. So I'm fascinated to see how involved and how connected he is to de Armas' character, because obviously he has a pretty interesting but close relationship with John, and we know how that played out. So I'll be interested to see how that relationship impacts de Armas, especially if he's the one taking her to the ballerinas and not somebody that would have grown up in that time or somebody that may have known John already. I'll be interested to see how kind of that plays. And then, of course, the emotional pull that I wasn't ready for. Lance Reddick, absolute legend, we know, R.I.P., wasn't ready or thinking that we were going to get him in another John Wick installment. So, like, it's nice that they were able to get this filmed before he passed, because it does add extra cohesion to that John Wick universe, and it makes it feel like this could be a John Wick movie just where we're not focusing on John. And we saw that for the first time in 3, right? When Halle Berry showed up and did all the work. Oh man, all of a sudden we had a sequence where, like, we're really focused on Halle Berry, and you see Keanu doing stuff in the background out of focus, and you're like, that doesn't ever happen to John. So it's one of those where we've seen the ability for it to shift from John to somebody else and really maintain that caliber inside of those movies. And I think it's exciting in a non-John Wick proper film and one that I don't believe Stahelski is directing, where everything lines up and looks and feels like it should for a John Wick style movie. I certainly obviously think some of the action set pieces in the John Wick movies proper are always going to be better than any spin-off that you do, because Keanu brings a very specific element to the way he performs and what he's established with John and how he's upped that game every movie. Keeps that in a special place where it's like nothing here is topping like what they did in the last John Wick movie. But depending on how much Keanu is involved, I'm just excited to see what else they give de Armas to do, and just to see what else you can do in that world. I just always get excited as long as that choreography is tight, and if it looks like it's coming from the ilk we know, then we should be excited about it. And like I said, you have somebody who's already dabbled in the action realm, dabbled in combat action, and now is working with one of the all-time greats there. I'm excited at all things with this Ballerina movie. So I'm going to shut up, flip it over to you. What do you think, and how big of a John Wick fan are you? Do you get excited for the idea of a John Wick-style movie that lives right in that world, right? Like, we're going to the Continental, we're doing things there, we're doing other John Wick-type things, but the focus is going to be on somebody else, based on the rumors that have floated out there, like John Wick 3.5, with the idea that Keanu maybe could be involved a lot. How much do you think he's going to be involved based on what we see here? And did you like the fact that they kind of omitted anywhere where he might be doing some action-y things? Does that team up interest you? And where do you think that happens, right? Like, we clearly see McShane bring her to the Ballerinas. Clearly, based on what John's saying, like, you're already doing it, she's got to put in some work. So at what point does John enter the story? Is it the end of the first act? End of the second act? Start of the third? I guess that's the same as the end of the second, but not necessarily. Anyway, anything that you're thinking about that, or what we're getting here in our first trailer from the world of John Wick, Ballerina, do you think that they should just go with Ballerina? And, I would have had Ballerina be the headline part, and then, from the world of John Wick underneath it. But at least the way it's on YouTube, that comes in front. So what do you think? Anything that you got, good, bad, indifferent, on the official trailer and the movie Ballerina, put it down below in the comment section. Look forward to talking to you down there. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man anytime we're talking movies, TV, trailer, reactions, you want to be here for when we get to Ballerina. All these things now are starting to shift to 2025 as we approach the end of the year. So you want to be here for that stuff, see how we wrap up the year. We got Spooktober on the way. I got Comic-Con things coming. So you want to be here for any of that. You dig the vibe. You want to show a little love and support. Come join C-Maniac Nation. Super easy. Jump over there. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that little bell if you want those alerts. And until next time for the C-Man's Cinema. Sit down. I've been the C-Man. I'm signing off. Peace. Hey, what's up, C-Maniac Nation? Winter Ken here, where we grow out our roots and our beard, letting you know that you can see some new C-Man videos right up here and right down here. And if you want all those videos and show that man a little love and support, come join C-Maniac Nation right over there, and the C-Man will catch you on the next one.